Hello everyone, and this is my reaction to RWBY Volume 8, Chapter 14, the finale of RWBY Volume 8, the first RWBY volume I watched live with everyone else and not catching up on. So we've had quite a volume this time, not a very happy one because with Salem and everything, and now this whole thing we're trying to save Atlas and Mantle and everything. So, so first there's been a lot of people fighting each other, like a lot of infighting taking place when there shouldn't really be any infighting, because they have a common enemy over there, Salem, and then people were trying other ways to save them that just contradicted with their plans and what they had in mind. Ironwood was trying to get Atlas out of the way, but he needed Penny to do that. But they weren't willing to let Penny go unless Ironwood agreed to save the people at Mantle, which he once again kept turning a deaf ear to, just like for the majority of Volume 7. As much as I liked his character in Volume 7, that was one thing that I was not okay with. But eventually, thanks to Oscar, they managed to stop Salem and destroy her whale, but they knew they'd be back at some point. And then, as a final ditch effort, Ironwood decided to blow up Mantle. Okay, so anyway, I'll talk about that later. And so, last time on RWBY, after they got the portals and everything, Cinder got into the portals and a few people fell off. And we find out that Cinder actually used the last question in the lamp to find out what their whole plan was, and they found out about everything going on and all that, about how they're going to use the staff to make all the portals to Vacuo, and now that's how they're here. So we see them find out about that, and then Cinder, Watts, and Neo take over Central Command, and Watts was how the whole CCT went down. During John's broadcast, Watts shut it down from Central Command, and just before Cinder and Neo went into the portals, Cinder told Watts, "You deserve this, Arthur." So something changed in her after Arthur gave her a nice talking to a couple episodes ago. So now they're in the portals and they're fighting them off. And then Neo sneaked up from behind to go after RWBY. Yang pushed RWBY out of the way, but then took the hit from Neo's attack. She activated her semblance to try and save RWBY, but left herself vulnerable, and that drained away the last of her aura. Blake tried to save Yang, but her whip didn't make it in time, and Yang fell all the way down, and it seemed like she just disappeared in the void. So is Yang then gone? Maybe this episode we'll finally find out if Yang's alive or not. We'll have to keep watching to find out though. Blake didn't take it very lightly. RWBY was in a bit of shock, but she couldn't really do much about it because Neo kept coming after her. So I don't think RWBY has just properly processed what has happened. I don't think she's properly understood that Yang is gone. Well, she hasn't really had time to think about it, so maybe after all this over, she'll have time to mourn for Yang. I still can't believe Yang is gone though. Maybe in this episode they'll bring her back, but I'm not sure. So then they all were fighting Cinder and Neo on the other side, along with Penny's help, whom Cinder was still after, and Oscar, Emerald, and John were on the other side, where some of the people had made it to Vacuo. Ren was using his semblance to try and mask them for as long as he could, but it didn't last. And when Oscar tried to go back, they remembered that they told Ambrosius one-way ticket to Vacuo, which means the portal was only one way. And now they have a lot of people coming, and only three of them to protect them from an army of local Grimm from Vacuo. Oh, and finally, Ironwood's cell opened, and he just killed Jakshni. Then he went to find Winter in the vault and told her to step aside. And Winter now and Ironwood are now going to fight it out, and Ironwood is not happy about having to fight Winter, the one person he thought she could trust at all times. So now they're all fighting Cinder in the vault, Yang's down, some Grimm are coming to Vacuo, and Ironwood and Winter are going to battle it out. So how is this volume going to end now? Who is going to become of Atlas and Mantle? And what's going to become of Ironwood? Well, let's find out now on the finale of RWBY Volume 8. This is RWBY Volume 8, Chapter 14, The Final Word. The only episode of this season that isn't one word long. The episode is starting right now. Another epilepsy warning. Wait, good. Containing themes of death. Oh! Okay, I don't know why I thought it was an epilepsy. I just didn't read it. Stupid me. Themes of death, alright. I think I should be okay. Should I censor those parts out? Nah. I'm not gonna censor it. But the fact that they had to put that warning there shows something will happen. In vain, lifetime song to that. What we thought to change the world. Well, Ironwood, how's your story finally going to end? And Watts. So he is aware that Atlas is falling, right? So he's just happy up there in Central Command or something? We'll see. Some heroes to sometimes it's Yang was the first one to fall. Oh, happy, never ever, after again. I'll say it one last time. Happy ever after. Happy never again. And last time I'm going to hear the song too. I said that pretty much every volume, I guess. That's the whale, isn't it? Is Salem going to finally come back? Where is she? Slowly disintegrating. Yep, there she is. Okay, there we go. Let's do this.
Winter, do not blame me.
We're getting straight into this fight.
Sacrifice everything.
No! You have sacrificed everyone else. You closed the borders. You squeezed Mantle until it broke.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Look at this go. You sacrifice everything
I've
else.
only done what's best for Remnant. And no one is grateful.
That's not what this is about. Nobody being grateful. Meanwhile, over here. Sacrificing Mantle is best for Remnant, James. Anyway. Okay, wise. Okay, good.
Priority 1.
Priority 1.
All she's ever wanted is the maiden power. I can buy you all time.
Penny.
Well, you already have the staff, so it's not like you need it anymore. Okay, or is it?
I'm right here. I'm what you want.
I want it all.
Come on, Cinder. Oblique.
Get up!
Alright. What do you mean you want it all?
You're making a mistake, Harriet. What happened to Clover? I regret.
Stop already!
Let someone speak! Stop the bomb, Crow. Stop the bomb.
Get out of the way!
People will die if he doesn't. Sorry, people will die if he does.
Here, please, don't do this.
Ah, good.
Graduating in Mantle. Why can't you just let me do my job? Because you're our friend. And we won't
Good.
let you go through with this.
Good. You had to let yourself feel, Harry. Come on.
No!
Crow. Wait, is that gonna stop it or something? What? Crow, do something, anything. Wait, they got lucky? Oh no! No! What? Wait, what happened with countdown? Oh, Neo. Okay, it's not done yet. She's doing this. Twice. Oh no, they're back in Atlas. Oh gosh! Cinder's not messing around.
Come on.
Penny!
We have to do this for Yang.
Oh no! Wise! Flora's down, right? Yeah. Neo's back. Okay. Stuff. Ah! Ruby! Ruby, come on! Okay. Dr. Sunrose! Shoot, no! How well can she fight on her own?
The autopilot's locked. We gotta go.
There's no time to make it out of the blast range. I've killed us all.
You gotta go.
Sorry.
Bro, you can fly out, right? Vine, what are you gonna do? No, Vine!
You can't.
You can't take it high up.
If it means saving all of my friends.
Vine, don't. Come on, please. What's Crow going to do? Yep, he's going to lose. How far Harry's going to take it? That is his plan, right? Oh, okay, didn't see that coming. Yeah, he's gone from that. Vine's gone too. Wow, the aura. That was a cool effect though. We just lost Vine and Clover now. But I'm too marrow though.
Whatever you wanted, I hope it was worth it.
Ruby? What are you doing? Oh my gosh! Oh no! What are you gonna do, Cinder? Are you gonna save her or what? She's not going to, is she?
You should have never threatened me.
Cinder!
You should have never been born.
Oh no! Come on, Ruby, save them! Wait, her, she can't. Her aura's down. No, she can't. Her aura. What about Neo? What about Neo? Oh no! Cinder thought of everything. The semblances are gone. Oh no! This can't be done of them. They're not going to die. Now I'm pretty sure they're not going to die. But how is it going to end now? Oh, that's Blake's thing.
Meg, Joanna, any huntsman that went through that gate, bring him here.
Oh no.
Fears that a Shni would be the last one standing, letting all her friends die first.
How dare you? Then
You wouldn't know anything about friends.
oh, Jean! Like seeing Wise with Blake's sword. Or the Grim Arm.
She's back.
Salem's back. Oh, Penny's going. Whoa. Okay, split them up now. Penny? She's taking the Winter Maiden's power. Can Penny stop her? She's pretty much drained the aura. So she's getting rid of the G. Can Wise make it in time? Nope. Penny, are you okay? Penny?
Hold on. My semblance.
No. There's not enough time to heal me. She can't get the staff and the power. But there is something you can do.
No, I don't know where the others are, but...
What do you mean?
Give us time.
Let me choose this one thing. Trust me.
Okay, wait, so what you gonna do now? Wait, is she gonna die over here? Winter! Okay. They're all gonna lose. We're all losing over here. Penny just killed herself, didn't she? Wait, what happened? Penny?
Salutations! You made it!
Where?
What happened?
What is this?
I thought of you. And here we
Oh, she's getting the power to Winter! Yes!
Oh, Penny.
It seemed fitting that it
But-
should be you,
Okay, I don't know if I'm happy about that or not.
after all.
But good, I'm glad this happened.
Oh,
I'm glad the power went to her.
you were always the real maiden at heart. I was just a machine. Just following orders.
Kind of what like, you were in Volume 7. But now, she's getting the power to Winter.
You were my friend.
Now you're the Winter Maiden, Winter.
Thank you for trusting me with this.
But that means Penny's gone for good.
I won't be gone
She has been part of you.
Part of you. Good.
Okay.
I'm glad.
Goodbye, Penny, for now, I guess. Oh, I don't think they can make another Penny because Pietro said in Volume 7. Yeah. But now the power's gonna go to Winter.
The destiny I chose for you has arrived.
You chose nothing.
Oh! Winter!
This was a gift.
Oh! Oh! What's gonna happen to Ironwood though? Oh no! Is he gone? Please don't tell me he's gone. Cinder. Oh! Oh no, John's sword broke. Dang it.
Where did it go?
There. To her. Got the color on that. Oh gosh, here we go. Another my battle. Color's a bit off. The color mixing. Oh, summon. That didn't work very well last time. Alright, but now what? Okay, they're going to back here. All this stuff! There we go. Winter! John? Wise! Wise! All four of them fell! I don't think they're gone. Now I don't think they're gone. Something's going to happen to them afterwards. You lost all four of them. There's no way we're going to lose all four of them. Not like this. What is going on?
We need to go. Now.
Winter, time to go.
You are going to pay for everything you've done.
Another day, Winter. Not right now. Can't say that James is gone though. John, make it back, hurry! John, no! Come on, John, make it! Jump, 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 jump. No, I don't think we're losing any of them. Something's going on here. How are you gonna fight all those off? Ooh, Winter. She should be able to stop all of them. Ooh, there's some interesting looking Grim. Alright, that's not it, is it? This isn't the end, right? Okay, no, James is not dead. But now Atlas is falling, right? There's Salem? Who?
I failed you again, Master. They used the staff to save thousands. Before our allies fell, Neapolitan killed Ruby. And before Ruby and her teammates fell, they used the lamp's final question. I
You use the lamp man.
I couldn't even stop the maiden from escaping without putting the relics in jeopardy. I'm sorry.
You only wanted the relics, right?
In pursuit of a new world, no cost is too great. You've done well, Cinder. Our work here is done. You said they used the staff. I assume you rid the world of their creation. What did you create in its stead?
I merely added more flames to the fires of Atlas.
What? 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 Oh, you got rid of what? That won't work on him, you know it.
And that's checkmate.
Is this gonna be at the end for him too? He lost everything. Atlas is falling down to the crater. Mantle. Honestly, I expected the fall to be a lot bigger than that. This isn't the end for James. So did James down there? What happened to everyone else though? Oh, the water. Yeah, that's it for Atlas too. The water looks pretty amazing though. I can't. James is down there. Are they gonna end the volume like this? Please don't end the volume like this. No, no credits. You must be joking right now. What kind of nonsense was that? I wanted to say how. Okay, I really don't know how I feel about that, but I want to listen to the song at the same time. I don't know what I want to do. I'll just listen to the song. I'm pretty sure there's a scene at the end. You lost a whole team Ruby and John at the very end. What a finale that was. They're gonna leave us hanging like that until volume 9. Crew be so mean. People doing music this time. It's an interesting song. I have to take a look at it. I have to listen to it again. Can't tell what the song. I can't tell exactly what the song is about. All I know is that it sounds unnaturally happy for what just happened in this episode. For every life, the sky is falling, the truth awake, treasure, be strong and his stuff. Friend. Here. Friend, that's the name of the song. Fight for every life is the opening theme. There's a scene at the end, right? So there's a scene at the end. Okay. Where is this? Crescent Rose. Whoa. Where is this? So are they all alive then if Crescent Rose are down there? But that's a long fall. Wait, that's it? That was it? So that would imply that they're all still alive somewhere and who knows where. So instead of just falling down, did it just teleport them somewhere else? Well, that finale was action packed from start to finish. From Winter and Ironwood going at it to them all fighting Cinder and Neo inside the portals. And yeah, the Winter and Ironwood fight was a pretty cool one, but the main part was Cinder and Neo fighting everybody else inside the portals. All of Team RWBY fell down. Like, just a second. I just want to go back to RWBY and Blake. So at first it seemed like RWBY was actually about to let Neo fall over there. So she used a semblance to come all the way back, but then Cinder blasted her and took away the last of her aura. So she wasn't able to use her semblance to make it back. And I'm not sure if Blake's aura was down too. Maybe she could have used her semblance to throw RWBY back, but I don't know how far high she could have gone. So without RWBY's semblance, she couldn't have gotten too far high up there. So yeah. I actually like the way they did that. So first RWBY's semblance fell, then Blake grabbed her and used the whip to make it back, but then Cinder, it's like she thought of everything. It's like she knew exactly what Team RWBY was going to do and how exactly they were going to try and make it back, and she countered them accordingly. She knew Blake would use her whip to try and save RWBY, so she countered that. And for Wise, I forgot exactly how Wise fell. I think she felt that Winter would try to go after them, so the thing I liked about what Cinder was doing is that she kept using fire pillars and place over there in order to attack them without them being able to defend themselves. That's how she took down Wise's aura, and that's how she made Wise fall at the end of that too. So Cinder was actually think Cinder was the smartest over here than she's been in a while. Definitely smarter than she was in Volume 7 when she took on Winter and Penny by herself. Like, she knew exactly what Team RWBY was trying to do, and she knew how to counter them accordingly. She went after RWBY when she was most vulnerable, and she countered Blake trying to save her, and she got Winter off her tail by going after Wise, and she got them instead. And then what else do I have to say? So yeah, there's not too, well, mostly when they're just fighting, I don't really have a lot to say. I'm just enjoying the action. Like, I normally don't have a lot to say about the action itself, but just about the main events that take place during the action. And I guess one of the major things that happened was Penny killed herself using Jean's sword, and then the Winter Maiden's power transferred to Winter, like it was supposed to all along. So at the beginning of Ironwood's fight for Winter, Ironwood told Winter that he sacrificed everything for Atlas, but Winter told him that he sacrificed everyone else. Winter told Ironwood about closing the borders, about not helping Mantle, so he was using Mantle's construction resources to build Amity Tower, and their situation kept getting worse and worse, and he kept doing nothing about it. He kept saying it was for the greater good, and he accepted it that way, and he never did anything about Mantle. Like, in Volume 7, while he was one of the best parts of Volume 7, I just wasn't happy with the fact that he just wasn't willing to do anything about Mantle. At the very end, like in Chapter 10, he was finally all set to do it, but then Salem spooked him into trying to get Atlas to safety, and that's when he gave up on Mantle forever. Eventually, he went as far as to threaten to destroy it himself. And then that's when Winter finally turned on him, and then all this happened. And then while they were in the vault, after Penny's aura broke, Penny took John's sword and killed herself, and transfer the power of the Winter Maiden to Winter. After Winter incapacitated Ironwood, she went into the portals to help everyone fight off Cinder. And so all of Team Ruby fell down along with John as he tried to get to the portals at the end. Winter managed to make it through the portal, but she couldn't make it back to fight John because she was already on the other side. And John died for the portal, but he missed, and then all four of them fell, along with Neo now. So they all made it to Vacuo, and thanks to Winter's help, they were able to clear out the Grim over there. But with the portals closed, Crow and Robin had no way of making it there, and now Crow doesn't know what happened to Ruby and the others. So we saw Atlas fall to Mantle with Ironwood still down in the vault, but I thought the impact would be a bit larger than that. And then water came in, and now Atlas has been flooded. I and so is James still alive down there, or is he going to be buried alive in all that? And then is he going to drown from all the water? They didn't show exactly what happened to James at the end, but I don't see how he can make it out of this. By some miracle, I kind of hope he does, because if we can somehow save him, and if he can somehow do something to help afterwards, then that would be awesome. I'd love to have him back to try and see where he goes from here. Maybe they can make up for the mistake they did with Adam in Volume 6. After he lost everything, I thought maybe he'd have a chance to do something else, and I was interested in him. But instead, they just killed him off in the very next encounter. I'm not sure if James is going to be able to do anything else after this, but if by some miracle they save him, I kind of hope he does. I want to see what he'll do after this, and I hope they don't just kill him off in the very next encounter. Of course, I really have no reason to think he's still alive. I'm just hoping that he might be, but we'll have to see when Volume 9 eventually comes, because I know that's already been confirmed. And then I also didn't mention that Vine died too. So Watts already set off the bomb and they couldn't do anything about it. And Vine uses sometimes to engulf the entire plane, and then the explosion took out his aura. I kind of like the effect with the explosion expanding the thing and then the aura disappearing away. That was a cool way to send him off, and a sad way too. So now it was Clover and Vine. And so we don't know exactly where they all are in Vacuo. And I want to see some of the Grim that we saw in Vacuo too, because some of them look pretty cool. So we have some Nevermores, some tiny scorpions. So they're like small deathstalkers that have like three small tails and some skull kind of thing, like with horns over here. So those are interesting. Oh wait, no, those aren't Nevermores. Their head's not right. They have bat wings and some other kind of face. So yeah, these are some new Grim that we haven't seen before. So I think we have different types of Grim for different kingdoms. Like for Vale, we had Beowulfs and Ursas and Nevermore. Although I think we saw Nevermore in Mistral too. And then what else did we see? Oh, we also had Deathstalker in that, and the Goliaths. And then in Mistral we had Lancers, the Knuckle of E, well, not much from that. And then we had Lancers, yeah, I said. We had Manticores, we had a Sphinx, we had Yapathy, we had a Leviathan. And then we come to Atlas and we get Sabers, Megalites, Terexes. And now in Vacuo we have some new types of Grim too. So I think it's kind of interesting that we have different Grim for different kingdoms. Or maybe just different parts of Remnant. When they first did the World of Remnant episode for Vacuo, sorry, not for Vacuo, for Atlas, they said that Grim can't survive in cold climates. But I think there may have been some Grim that were adapted to the cold. Because on Sabers, sometimes you couldn't help but notice that there was frosting all over their skin. So I think they've learned to fight against the cold despite being Grim. So at first they may have thought Grim couldn't survive out in the cold, but then some Grim came that were able to adapt to the cold, and that's how they made it there. So I think it's kind of interesting. It's also similar to what they said in Volume 2 about Grim learning from their previous experiences. So I kind of like that over here. And I just love it whenever they introduce some new types of Grim in each volume. And I think it just depends on the kingdom that they're in, because now we're seeing some new Grim in Vacuo that we've never seen before, and I think that's pretty interesting. Alright, so anyway, so I think that's about all I have about the volume. So first off, it was just Team Ruby and Juniper trying to save the people of Mantle so that they could help fight off Salem. So if what had just happened was, if Ironwood had just let them bring all the people of Mantle onto Atlas, then there would have been no more infighting. They all could have worked together to stop Salem, and maybe then they could have used the staff to get Atlas high into orbit where nobody could reach it, after the people of Atlas and Mantle were on board. But every time they tried to suggest bringing Mantle along with them, Ironwood just kept turning a deaf ear to them, and I don't know why. Well, except for maybe not enough time, I really don't see why that was such a problem. And when they were sending the Schneiders company ships to go and save Mantle, he just... I'm not sure what happened to James or why he just so refused to help Mantle. It's like he didn't want to save Mantle. It's like Mantle was dead to him and he just wanted Mantle to be a forgotten memory or something. Like every time in Volume 6 and 7, when they told him to go for Mantle, he just never did it, and I just never understood why. Sorry, not Volume 6 and 7, Volume 7 and 8. But anyway, yeah, so they all fell down and they all made it to Vacuo. And Crow and Robin, along with Marrow and, so Crow, Robin, Harriet, and El Muscle stuck in Solitas. And now they had to fly all the way to Vacuo, I guess. And Winter and the others have now made it to Vacuo, along with Nora, Ren, Oscar, and Emerald. And the other Shnees and the people of Atlas and Mantle as well. So they're all in Vacuo now, and Winter can keep them all safe. But now who's going to come for them? Is anyone else going to show up to help them out? And how are Crow and the others going to make it to Vacuo as well? And then in the post-credit scene, finally at the end, they showed some forest-like area and Crescent Rose over there. So that's to imply that they're all still alive, right? But Ambrosius said, "Do not fall." So did they just, instead of just falling to their death, did they just fall into another world somewhere? But now the question is, how are they supposed to get out of there? Is that why Ambrosius said they were foolish? Maybe there isn't a way out. Well, I'm sure they'll figure something out. Maybe they could somehow get the staff and open a portal. Or maybe they could use the vault in Vacuo or somewhere to find out where they are in that place and get them back. Although that would be quite an adventure because, as we saw in this volume and in volume 5, it's a pretty vast area and they could be pretty much anywhere. They really have no idea where to find them. Or maybe if it's a place that coincides with a place in the real world, that might give them somewhat of a clue. Then again, that's still very far away to travel, and we really don't know where they could be if that's the case. So I'm not exactly sure how they're going to get out of there, assuming they're also alive. So the people down there are all Team RWBY, John, and Neo. I'm not sure what's going to happen with that group, but we'll have to find out next volume. And at the very end, Cinder apologized for not being able to get the maiden and all that. But Salem never cared about the maiden. All she ever wanted was the staff and the lamp. And she lied to Salem, telling them they used the last question on the lamp. It was actually she who used the last question to get to them. But on the bright side, she was able to get both the staff and the lamp for them. So Salem was happy about that. And yeah. So now I think I've covered everything, and now I just really don't know where they're going to take Volume 9 of RWBY. Well, for Team RWBY, they'll have to find a way to get out of that place, and then I really don't know what's going to happen in Vacuo. That was quite a cliffhanger to leave us on, and I don't know when Volume 9 is going to come out. But I'm definitely going to check out Volume 9 when it does. So let's see how that turns out next time on RWBY, whenever it comes out. Thank you for watching my reaction to the end of Volume 8, to the end of this great volume, and I'll see you all whenever Volume 9 comes out. Bye.